Hey everybody, Josh Brown here, managing editor of Fishers Magazine. We're hanging out this morning at Handel's. It's a little busy behind us. They're getting ready to start the day, which I'm sure will be a busy day. It's been pretty hot lately.
It's been really hot.
But I'm joined today with Greg Glaros, owner at Handel's, both the Fishers and Carmel locations,
yes.
Of course. Everybody knows Handel's, super popular. The lines are always long. But for you, Greg, just tell us a little bit about how you got started in this business and why you wanted to bring Handel's to Indiana.
Okay. So I came to the area in consumer electronics. I worked for RCA Thompson for several years and decided to go to the next chapter of my life. I want to do something on my own, and we looked around and thought about who the competitors were in town, and we felt like there wasn't a product that really rivaled Handel's product. So we decided to contact them and see if they were interested in coming to Indianapolis.
Yeah. And Handel started in Ohio, right? A lot of people don't know that.
Youngstown, Ohio. I grew up on it.
Grew up on it.
Alice Handel started making ice cream back in 1945. She actually was using strawberries that she grew in her backyard and making strawberry ice cream, selling it at her husband's gas station. And it's become quite the institution there.
Yeah. Family-owned business. Your family's really involved in this. Talk about what that means.
Yeah, our whole family has been involved since the very beginning.
Right.
My son and my daughter, my wife. In fact, my kids were like 12 and 10 years old when they first started scooping here back in 2002 when we opened the store. So it's been great, being able to run a family business and all be together, and in fact hoping to leave this legacy or this business to my son and my daughter eventually. So
awesome. Well, we talked a minute ago about, especially in the summer, but even year-round, you guys are open year-round. The line's always long, right? I mean, everybody lines up for Handles, whether it's rain, snow, shine.
I feel bad sometimes the lines are so long.
But it's great. Well, the service, obviously, and the food makes it worth it. So to you, talk about what makes it unique. Why do people stand out in these lines?
I think it's because they recognize it's a quality product.
Right.
It's a very creamy, dense ice cream. We don't skimp on the add-ins. If you're looking for chocolate chips or chocolate-covered pretzels or pecans or whatever it is, it's loaded along with the ripple as well. So it's a quality product that I think delivers.
Right. Well, when you talk about all the famous flavors over the year, obviously you guys have tons of concoctions that you come up with. What's been your favorite over the years?
Well, I actually bought the franchise, bought the business, growing up on chocolate pecan, and that's the signature flavor in Youngstown, Ohio. It's not quite as popular here as it is there. They make like 5 or 6 tubs a day per store, but I grew up on that product and love it. But the first year I was open here, I started eating Spouse Like a House, which is malted vanilla ice cream with chocolate-covered pretzels and a peanut butter ripple. And I was actually stuck on that for about a year. So that's one of my favorites.
Awesome. Well, another big part of this aspect for you guys in the business is staying involved in the community, right? I was here last week for the ribbon cutting for the new mural outside on the wall. Beautiful painting. Talk about some of the ways that you guys just stay involved in the community.
Well, we've been very lucky. We've been well received here from the very beginning when we opened the store. We were the first tenant in this plaza. People were coming up immediately who lived in the area. We're like, oh, when are you guys open? And, where are you coming from? And all that kind of stuff. So we explained Youngstown and Alice Handel and the whole deal. And right out of the get-go, we were really received by the community. The mural over here, they contacted us and said the city was wanting to do something in the area that sort of represents the city and the community. And they said, would we be interested in doing something on this wall? As they drove by, they said, this is really a prominent space,
right.
As people are driving down 116th Street, we think it would be a great spot for the mural. So I was very receptive to, as the owner, Mark Carney, who owns the building. And we, after several months, probably 5-6 months of meetings with the city and the art council and Mark and myself and various other people, came up with the process of choosing an artist, and it came out great.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it a minute ago. Obviously, this location started in 2002, coming up on 16 years this year, right? Talk a little bit about what that means to you and what legacy you hope to leave throughout this business.
Well, I think that we made a name for ourselves in the community. When I talk to anybody and say I own Handel's ice cream, I'm like, oh my gosh, Handel's, we love Handel's. So I think it's something that people really recognize. And, and like me, grew up on. There's kids that have been coming here since they were 5, 6, 8 years old, and now they're 20, 22, and coming with their girlfriend or their kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like long term, people will remember the product as part of their life, as part of their childhood or teenage years or whatever, and look back upon that fondly. It's going to be part of their history.
Right.
And I feel like we are a big part of the whole history in Indianapolis, having brought the product here, and people love the product and enjoy coming here, and it really becomes, I think, a social affair. When they come to get ice cream. Even though the lines are long and they might be standing out there for 20 to 30 minutes, they're talking to their neighbors and talking about flavors and various other things. So it becomes sort of a social activity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, thanks for taking some time
my
for joining
pleasure,
us
my
today.
pleasure.
Handel's is just getting open. It's going to be about 95 degrees today, so it's going to be
come on by.
Going to be a great day for ice cream. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. See ya.